Hello. Toby and I are going to provide the next confessional, aren't we, Toby? Yes. It's because I was eating some rock melon and I just looked up that rock melon apparently smells like meat to cats. So there you go. But anyway, hi. Wow, that round, wasn't it wild? We've seen Danny and Dylan go home. And yes, goodbye, Toby. We've seen Danny and Dylan go. It's the final 8 now. The fact that I'm still in the game is ridiculous. Are you okay here, sir? So, yes. Oh. Yep. Anyway, so yes. First round, Danny goes, and it was 4-4-1. I don't know why Violet voted for Paul. Kind of weird, honestly. And there were, people love throwing decoy votes or hinky votes on Paul for some reason. Found that really entertaining, especially with Taylor doing it in the second round. Wow. But yeah. So basically that first round, it was Danny and Dylan duking it out. It was about time that they faced each other off. Excuse me, Toby. And so, yes. I was very pleased to see, I'm pleased that they're both gone, I must say. Although, the way that it happened, gosh, it's just so winding, eh? There were a lot of things were said. A lot of insults were hurled. I was shook at many an occasion throughout the last 48 hours. And just overall, I read back my confessional and disagree with a whole bunch of the things I've said. I don't think that anyone in the cast is a bad person, Dylan and Danny included. I do, though, think that it is bad to lie when it is on me, so you can understand why I came so hard on Dylan. And so I was kind of protecting Danny in that second tribal council. I'm bleeding into the second part, but I'll get to the first part again. The reason I protected Danny, did I protect Danny? I don't know. I certainly defended him in some moments in the second tribal council, but that was only to build a target onto Dylan. I think that Danny shouldn't have quit, and I think it was, a difficult way to finish that part of tribal council. And I wish it was resolved differently. I don't know if Danny would have gone home if Dylan went home the first time, but hey, both of my preferred targets are gone. There's another winner out of the season, and Dylan, who spread that lie about me, is out too. So I'm very pleased because I almost feel like I can close this chapter of my merge, in that Danny was the one spreading that lie about the Colin leak that Dylan spread about me. And so the fact that I can put it all to rest and put it all to bed is very nice. And it's very pleasing to me. I'm just dawdling, aren't I? I haven't really said anything in this confessional. It's because it was just a clusterfuck, honestly. Like, what more do you want from me? So the second round, I received 3 votes and was very shook about it, honestly. I think Violet playing her half idol on me was a wow. I think the fact that Violet had 2 of them is a wow. She hasn't told me how she got the second one, and it kind of makes me distrust her and realise that she's building a fantastic case to win the game. I don't think her name's been written down yet once either, so that kind of alarms me. So yeah, I don't know. I ideally at this rate want to sit in the end with John and one other person. I don't know if I necessarily can win the game anymore, but I'm going to have a good time trying, so it is what it is. I think right now, my best end game would be something like, I'm debating between Violet and Paul, honestly, because Turbo, Sierra, Taylor, I expect them all to vote for whoever. Like, if one of those people's in the final, they vote for them. So I either have to go to the end with Turbo and Sierra. There's no way I'm going with Taylor because she's won the game before. So in my mind, Taylor and Emmy are already out. Like, they need to go. And I don't even know where where the auction advantage is or where that reward challenge advantage is. So that's kind of alarming as well. There are a few advantages still loitering around the game. So apparently, yes, Danny had an idol, Bernie had 1, and Violet had 2. So there you go. Another curious thing is I wonder if I could have got an idol if I, randomly voted, but also, I guess it doesn't matter considering that it fell into the hands of my allies and it made me build trust with them, so it's whatever. And hey, I've managed to get this far, so it is what it is. And the other component is the fact that Violet played it for me anyway. So like, there you go. So yeah, here's the thing, right? Violet playing that idol for me, I am very inclined to just align with her for the rest of the season. But again, I don't know if I can beat her, so what I might have to do is vote Violet out in 4th place. My ideal boot order then would be something like Taylor going next, or Turbo or Sierra, but ideally Taylor. Then I would want Turbo or Sierra gone, one of the two. They need to be split up. Then we turn it on Emmy. I would appreciate Emmy to go home in 6th place, or 5th, it depends. And then, who else is there? Yeah, there's still Turbo or Sierra loitering around at that point. There's also Paul. There's also... there's only 8 of us left, right? So yeah. And I've already told John that I'm going Final Tribal with him, so that'll be fun. Ugh, this is all over the place. I'm so sorry. Toby has totally derailed me. Let's blame it on Toby. Yep. Because cats can't talk back. But overall, and I just keep rereading my confessional and critiquing what I've said. I need to listen to Danny's, not Danny, I've been confusing the D-heads the whole season. I'm sorry for calling them D-heads too, but, I mean, at the time, it felt warranted, right? Very interesting to see my own growth throughout this confessional channel. But was there anything I missed? I've been, like, talking myself in circles for yonks in my confessional, so that's just great fun. Yeah, the fact that Dylan disliked me so much that instinctively Turbo and Sierra knew to target me was ridiculous. They've come back in my DMs. Sierra's all giving me bullshit reasons why she couldn't trust me, and Turbo is basically... I mean, Turbo I voted for in the past. Have I voted for Turbo before? Have I voted? Oh yeah, I voted for Turbo at the first Tribal Council, so hey, I can't really say much on that one. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all. I mean, the game was tough. I did admittedly cry at one point in this last round, but I wouldn't say that it's not fun anymore. And yeah, I wouldn't say that Dylan's a bad person either. I just think he got a little ferocious there, and hey, I won, so whatever. So yeah, and the fact that, yeah, I was considering quitting, I was indeed considering quitting, because of just how unheard I felt and how insensitive some of the comments were. And I think something really tricky about this last round, let me say this, something really tricky about the last round was the fact that a lot of the, like, negativity that I think Dylan put forward in the game was stuff that is really hard to pinpoint exactly on. Like, when it all adds up, when you layer all of these small negative things on each other, it's like, wow, damn, that all really adds up. But it's so hard to build a case and then show and prove it, you know what I mean? Whereas if someone does one awfully mean thing, then you can definitively be like, you just did a mean thing. Whereas it's harder to build a case, and then also there's emotional labor involved in building a case against someone, and then you have to relive all of the bullshit that person put you through, right? So I feel like because of this one lie Dylan told, and the way that Danny so intensely came at it, that now my reputation has just been spoiled for the rest of the season. And so from that moment, I have basically been trying to, like, I'm trying to play the Romeo game, but like a winning Romeo is what I'm trying to call myself. That's a spoiler for Survivor 42, but I don't care, because this is a Survivor org. You should have seen it by now. I digress. Okay. So, yeah, I've been trying. I mean, I knew coming in I was going to have to cockroach, and I've got the at peace vibes still in my mind. I'm at peace looking back on this round, even though I said some mean things. Regret is a wasted emotion, in my opinion. So there's that, but also, yeah, looking back, I hope Dylan can see that it's not all in good fun. I mean, I admit I wasn't having fun at that point, but it's all in the spirit of the game, I guess, right? And Dylan wanted my horns. He wanted to see them, so there, he got them. I lost my train of thought. So I'm trying to be a cockroach in this season. I felt like I kind of had to, and it meant that I knew I was going to have to build and burn bridges throughout the game. So a part of me is like trying to play into that, because I now think everyone in the tribe thinks that Dylan is going to poison my chances at the end, because I said to him as well that I don't think he can win, and that I'm going to poison the jury against him if I'm voted out, right? And so why wouldn't he poison the jury against me? Exactly. And that is exactly the sort of perception I'm trying to weaponize Dylan's chaotic tendencies, basically. And so, yeah, by saying all that stuff, I hope that it gets him riled up and that people in the game and in the jury alike, I wouldn't mind if the people in the jury think I can't win. Because at the end, I plan on proving my case and being like, here's all of the reasons I did this. This is the way I lied to Turbo and Sierra about Violet's idol, knowing that Dylan had, baited at it before with me. I overcame the lie that Dylan told Danny about me. I was asleep when the colon leak happened, but that alone has ruined my reputation. From here, I've manipulated the negative perceptions that people have of me to, build my case, to protect myself, because I think people will see me kind of as a goat now, someone that doesn't really have any alliances, instead of being seen as someone who could potentially flip, because that's the thing. I do feel like I've been playing a flip-flop game, and doing so well. Dare I say I've been doing alright? But like, it's scary business, that's for sure, and risky as well, because I don't want to like build connections with people only to break them, and then they feel like awful to me personally, so it's awkward too, because the style of game I'm trying to emulate, where I am darting between a lot of alliances, it means I actually can't build really strong relationships with people, and so I worry if at the end people will be like, oh, Ben, I didn't really connect with you, I felt you were mean-spirited, when really that's just that's my, it's the, what the game is bringing out of me in my person, like, I feel almost I had to take this mindset and approach to the season in order to still be here. And so, if I do make Final Tribal Council, I really want to, I'll make a video being all positive and prove to everyone that really, I've been trying to really play on this awful, ugly perception that I have, because, Dylan hates me so much in the jury, and now he's poisoning the jury against me, right? So, I'm gonna hold hope still. I think that I could, maybe I could, like, I was about to say that maybe I could, like, final three with Sierra and John. Maybe, maybe Sierra would be seen as, like, just a number of Turbo, and, like, Turbo's game, I don't know, something like that. I don't think that would hold either, though. So, yeah, maybe I'm just gonna have to lose against Violet, but it is what it is. But, yeah, I can't beat Violet, Emmy, Taylor. Maybe it has to be a combination of John and one of Turbo and Sierra. Time will tell. Time will tell, eh? I've already talked for long enough, and I'm worried that this confessional isn't going to save when I press the button. And if that happens, well, I'll maybe film again. I don't know. We'll see. So yes, peace. I mean, this really wasn't enlightening at all, but if you are watching this, then know that most of the stuff that I've said above in my confessional channel, I already want to take back, and I would love to have personal discussions about this round. I'm just very glad I'm still here. Okay, deuces.